everybody? Dr. Rick Wallace here, dropping in. Taking a break from the office, headed to the gym. Committed to getting myself back in the condition that I used to being in, so that I can go full speed, all out, in doing what it is I love to do and pursuing my passions. While I'm on the way, I'm going to take some time to just drop in and really put it on your hearts to be more active in what's going on around you. We have been conditioned, and this isn't just a black thing, but my heart and my love starts with blackness and it moves outward. And right now, there's not a whole lot left for anything else but serving blackness because of our current situation. But we have been conditioned to sit on the sidelines. We've been conditioned to be spectators in our own lives, in our own predicaments, in our own situations. We sit on the sidelines and we point and complain as if we're watching some movie that the script has been written and the character's been chosen, and that we're just sitting by with no contribution. And as much as it appears that way, that's not the case. We've got to be more actively engaged. We've got to be willing to absorb a little discomfort and a little pain in order to produce a better future, not just for ourselves, but for our children. Our progeny need us to be active. They need us to be focused. They need us to be centered. They need us to be aware. We need to be taking specific and calculated actions in order to change the things in our world that we're not satisfied with. As a people, we have to have a better understanding of what we're facing so that we can take strategic actions and make strategic moves that completely change the situation. There's no such thing as being helpless. There's no such thing as being hopeless. We've been told that. We've been told we've been locked out of the economy. We've been told that we will never, ever rise up. And we have been convinced to forget the ability we have to create, to manifest, to be originators. And whenever you are an originator, you're never out of the game. When you are an originator, when you are a creator, when you have an unbelievably powerful imagination, there's never a such thing as being out of the game, being locked out of anything. Our problem is that we spend far too much time trying to fit into their world. Our problem is we've been conditioned to assimilate. Our problem is that we are literally scared shitless to do something on our own, to create something for ourselves, to be outside of the box. We want so badly to be in that box that we're killing ourselves to do it. We are limiting our capacity to do it. We're literally folding and throwing away futures to do it. We need to shift in the way we view education for our youth. We need to shift in the way we view finances and economics. We need to shift in the way that we operate and handle crime and violence and poverty in our communities. We have a responsibility to act and do things. And the more work I do in the community, the more flabbergasted I become, because nobody's participating in their elevation. Nobody is contributing to lifting themselves out of their current situation. Nobody's contributing to or looking beyond what's currently going on. Everybody has decided that they will play the victim and point the finger instead of sitting up and saying, not on my watch. We are in a position right now to where we're either going to get it and we're going to change it, or we're going to be consumed. And if we are consumed, it's not because we didn't have a choice. It's not because we were hopeless. It's not because we were helpless. It's not because we were powerless. It was because we didn't act. That the level of inactivity is going to destroy us. We're going to sit around and wait to be invited to the table until we're not even in the room. We need to sit up and build our own table. We need to sit up and establish ourselves. We need to make ourselves a force to be reckoned with economically, academically, spiritually, socially, politically. We don't need to be looking to vote somebody in that's going to help us. We need a party that is going to lift us, regardless of who's in these offices that we give so much gravity to, that never ever serve us. Come on, we got to do better. I know that, the way that it's being portrayed in the media, the propaganda that's being pushed, is heavily pushing inferiority complexes that create identity crises that we are still trying to figure out and overcome. We are a special and peculiar people, and we need to start understanding who we are. We need to teach it to our children. We need to make sure we're practicing principles and serving values that serve our interests. It's that simple. I could go on all day about it, but we have to do better. We are going to have to do better of being actively engaged to take on these nefarious machinations and schemes that are set up to manipulate and take advantage of us. And that is, exploit us and everything. We've got to do better. Like I said, man, when I created Black Men Lead, my goal was to simply empower young Black men by properly socializing them to move into adult manhood with skills and the right mindset and the right perspective of our women and the responsibility shouldered of what was necessary to carry the load. I worked with my wife to create Restoring Ghetto's Forgotten Daughters, to sit up and provide the insulation that our young Black women and young Black girls need to feel safe and yet empowered. I created the Music is Life program. All these different things are just my contribution. I'm one person. Everybody out there has an ability to be a contributor. Some people are going to be contributors because they're creative. Some are going to be contributors because they're resourceful. Some are going to be contributors because they have the pockets. But whatever it is, you've got to be contributing something. We can't sit around and continue to sit up and wait for the enemy to fix our problems. That's not how this works. It's never worked that way. It's not going to work that way now. This is my challenge. It's time to rise up. It's that simple. We can sit around and complain all day long, or we can sit up and rise to the occasion. It's going to be up to us at the end of the day. On that note, I'm going to get ready to get off of here. Don't forget to support the work we're doing. We need you. We need your support. We need you behind what we're doing, because what we do doesn't happen for free. It costs, and we'll steady pressing forward, but we need you. Whatever it is, whether you're doing it with me, do it with somebody. If you're not doing it with somebody, be that person yourself. Get out there and make something happen. It's got to be an active engagement. You can't sit on the sidelines and win the game. You can't sit on the sidelines and expect to impact the game. The game is impacted from within the boundaries of where the game is being played, where the war is being waged, where decisions are being made, where literally lives are being lost. We've got to get out there and make something happen. That's my challenge to you. I'm about to get off here. I'm taking my exit, getting ready to head into the gym, get some things done. Then I'm back at it. So what's it going to be? I'm out.